And this seems to be a confirmation that it will be Nautilus mid, fresh locked in, and we know what Carrier can do on this pick.
We can. We actually saw this out of the other LCK representative yesterday, the double hooks. You need an extra one on the Rift. Nautilus this time paired with the Thresh instead of the Blitzcrank. Definitely one of Carrier's best picks that he's ever had.
I'm expecting him to probably go more of that tank route. Kanavi, of course, knows now that he has been spotted.
Yeah, Owner immediately blast cones his way over there. Kanavi trying to fight back, but already Owner is going to get the flash. He's into the brush though, and Knight, he comes around in first blood for Kanavi!
What a flash from Kanavi, playing it so...
Herald in hand. Shelly to come down and try and get them first Terror Blood.
Kanavi is here though, and Missing is on the roam, but Kanavi getting really chunked.
Yeah, Cyclone's massive. He gets over the wall with the Warrior Tricks. A very cute little play there, but now 369 is left to the Wolves, and he's underneath the turret. He's going to be taken down. Speaking of Wolves, he's going to gobble him up. And now plates are falling here.
With this early Herald and the swap towards topside of Gumayushi and Carrier, able to get an early gold lead.
You have to know he's looking for some sort of flank angle, and again, that is YT1.
Oh, that's a flash. Tibbetts, massive wombo combo, and immediately the Thresh is going to go down as well as the Kindred. Knight takes out Faker as well, and JDG just...
Bowman goes in, gets a decisive win, and JDG get the Dragon.
And Knight...
Certain stages there, JDG, you're going to have to play it out well, and we've already seen that they can absolutely...
basis of this potential Ocean Soul, because again, you know, it is 369, you know, expected him to be going tank. He is going tank. He's playing Grasp. He's already got his Sunfire completed. It's pretty much purely physical damage on the T1 side.
Well, Faker engaging onto the Braum here, and immediately he is just dead. Showed him the door, as it were, as now Owner is going to have to skip himself.
Full health because the backline can't actually add anything but either a Braum or Zeus.
Another hook from Faker. Immediate cleanse from Ruler there, though. It's like he didn't get CC'd from that passive, but another one comes through. Carrier is going to land his own. They're just one-upping one another here. Zeus underneath the turret. He finds the Q onto Missing, and everyone's going to sail up. And now the max range hook from Faker as they take down the turret, but it trades for Faker's life. Another hook's going to connect because, of course, all of them do. But T1
just rotated towards top, was able to crash multiple waves into the turret, and by the end of it, JDG is still...
This tower is gone for sure, and JDG are really marching ahead in this game.
Yeah, they're just staying cool, calm, and collected, saying...
Right there, only has to give up his flash. Have seen him get caught in situations like that many a time as the hook.
Yeah, going to connect. That is going to be a second to come through as well. Flayed back, not a whole lot of damage though, but Carrier is still going to be able to take down 369. It's going to be a massive Cyclone, but Lamb's Respite is going to come through. Faker just flashes barely onto the end, but now it's Ruler's turn to clean up, and he's getting excited. Zeus down so incredibly low, and the Aphelios going to get pulled in and taken down. JDG wanting to try and get an advantage in this fight as the Zap
going to be able to kill them when they get Ocean Soul.
Not entirely sure. We'll see whether we find out or whether it's going just a little bit wide here by Carrier in the mid lane as Knight just throws a bear at him, and that is a really dead Thresh, guys. I don't think there's going to be any way out for him. Teleport to come forward as well as JDG. 10 seconds on Ocean Soul. Zeus wrapping around, but it's a 4 versus 5. Missing is just walking towards them. Cyclone is going to land onto everyone as Gumayushi gets knocked up. He tries to ult, but it's a double kill for Ruler. And Owner is now going to have to ult just by himself. There is no way they can fight for this Dragon, and JDG in such a great spot.
It's a complete blowout here. Again, Knight on the and he finds a crucial target. And that is going to be a soul point.
It's Knight finding all the right angles here from JDG on the other side. Owner is going to try to see if he can make a miracle happen, but 369 will be keeping him out of this pit.
Yeah, hook is going to go wide there by Carrier as well. So the Baron is going to fall, and T1 not going to be able to do another inner turret here. But JDG, they have free access to this bottom side jungle. They can just move to whichever turret they deem deserves to go down. Hook is going to connect, but Missing. He's a Braum.
He doesn't care.
No, not at all. Flame Chompers go through. Another hook is going to be there, but what does it actually mean? Not a whole lot, as this inhibitor is going to fall now in the mid lane. What is next here on the menu for JDG?
Go bot, take the tier 2, look for another tower here. They're threatening the wraparound, so T1 is going to have to pull back. They're going to have to look to defend at the inhibitors if they want to at all. But the Braum is even stacking a tremendous amount of armor at this point. 369 has a stopwatch. There's a stopwatch on Knight. So they're picking up all these luxury items. JDG could very well just close the game here if T1 misstep.
See whether T1 have one team fight left in them. Another hook is going to connect there as they're underneath this inhibitor tower, but immediately Owner is going to go down. He couldn't ult again. Faker is going to fall. Gumayushi's in amongst 5 people, and T1 are relegated to the fountain. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, much much like it did in 2022, is going to go to JDG in this one.
And JDG, full control. It starts with first blood. Kanavi outplays Owner, stays alive. But to me, it's about Knight and Missing. The amount of control in the fights from this Brom combined with Knight's engages means that JDG take a commanding game one.
It's absolute domination here in game number one. T1 just did not.
But all night, okay, considering the Cassiopeia for now.
Well, this is actually a really tough matchup for Tristana. It can be very difficult to actually win out in this. Cassio can just harass the Tristana very heavily in the 1v1. You can win a lot of the all-ins. If Tristana's jumping in with the rocket jump, it's very easy to actually just drop the miasma on her.
It's be extremely hard.
Look at Owner, he's coming. So they want to try to position with 4 members bot to try to actually harass here and stop this. Faker is coming down.
Yeah, they have full information. There is the grand entrance. The knockback's going to come through. The flashes to come out there. Owner's going to get stunned up with the permafrost, but it's first blood going to Faker, immediately answered by Knight here. Both mid laners walk out 1-0. Oh, Kanavi maybe in a little bit of trouble, but no, it's just going to be a feather or two. As now Knight is going to come on over to Faker here. These twin bangs just layering on top of Faker. Knight is going to go down, and it's going to be an extra added assist for Missing on top of it somehow. Accelerated game potentially for both of these mid laners. Of course, Tristana does like to get to those spikes a little bit earlier as well. As now 369 does still have flash. He's going to use it right now. Is slowed down by all of these saplings. Bramble smash to push him back in. Kanavi's going to come up 50% health. Decent Q there. He's going to knock up one. Is now T1. They're desperate to try and find one of these. Permafrost is going to keep Owner at bay, but Faker is moving in now. There's the immediate flash out as well. Double knock up from Zeus as they take the first one, and Faker is going to look to try and take down 369. He's knocked up though as Zeus tanked the turret for as long as he could, and Faker's going to get it with the explosive charge.
It starts out as a wet noodle. Here, looks like Missing is going to keep them off. Want to highlight that Missing being able to cancel Guma and Keria there.
Walk away with his Bramble back intact.
But they lose Prio on bot side, right? They lose control of their bot side jungle, and now it's 4-man bot here. Knight does have flash, and he has ulti. He could look over the wall.
Yeah, there it is. Not going to be able to get the snares. Good knock up to come through from Keria there, but he's going to tank up the turret for as long as he needs to. And now Keria, a sitting duck underneath this turret. The poison is going to connect. There's the permafrost, and Ruler gets hand-delivered a kill.
Beautifully done there.
More than others. And they are going to collect that one here. So it is going to be in.
Do know, if there's no crossbuff from T1, like you're going to give over first turret blood, going to be a huge influx of gold here with no real all-in on that dragon. T1 with Herald can possibly get 2 turrets right from the get-go, particularly with the pushing power they have as Herald comes down.
Yeah, T1 still trying to hold on to that bot side river, but JDG now 5 members strong, want to stop Shirley from getting towards this turret, but there are so many ultimates flying towards JDG. 369 can have to flash immediately to get himself out of the way. The turret is going to fall, but the stun is just massive. Low health bars absolutely everywhere as Kanavi's going to be the one to take down Owner in the end, and it's 2 kills for JDG. Gumiushi trying to kite back, and Faker has to run.
Side of the fight, it's 2 for 0. Sure, T1 do get that turret. But it's JDG looking for the dragon. Can T1 find an in?
3 versus 5. I don't know about this one.
Risky.
As Gumiushi and Faker, fair bit of damage like we said, as they're not going to be able to take this dragon. JDG, now can they find the fight? It's very true. As I just look at it as more value for the Sunfire Cave.
True. Tough. Think about that one.
Tough calculation.
That's true. Never really looked at it as teleport is going to come forward. Okay, T1 going to look for some action here as Owner throws down the ultimate. Zeus going to do the same thing. Flashes forward to find the Ram. Ruler still going to be alive though. He has the wild growth available, and now he's going to start those shots. Zeus going to be able to get himself out of there as the flash from Missing is going to get him to relative safety. As in goes Keria, they knock up 369. Miasma going to try to be avoided by Faker, but immediately he's polymorphed, and he's taken down. The knockups come through. Knight is going to be punished, and now it's Gumiushi that rips them to shreds. It's a quadra kill, and he gets denied by Owner on the Penta, but they'll be happy with a win in the team fight.
And critical mass has been reached. They're going to keep on pushing.
Yeah, could just be the end here as the inhibitor turret going to be the first one to go down. Owner's throwing presence into this mid lane, and we should have known. We saw this. It's around the 25-minute mark. They beat Gen G exactly the same way. Look for the first Nexus turret here as T1, they still have so much damage.
Take a TP.
Yeah, he can just come immediately towards this one, and I don't think there's going to be much of an option. JDG, 4 of them are up and available. Super Death Rocket is going going to be blocked. As skirmishes trying to get those autos in. Can they keep it alive? Faker is going to turn up, and there it is. Game 2 goes to T1.
What an ending out of nowhere. T1 go crazy in the mid lane.
From JDG. Once again, they are just cleanly picking into their favorite archetype, as that is going to be Gwen insta-locked. No waiting, nothing like that. Zeus going to be taking that magic damage mantle towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, instant snap up there also alleviates a lot of the issues that T1 have run into when it comes to damage types. I do agree with you though. I think
He's just going back to base, so will be T1 who is able to buck the trend. You know, they have the push on bot side.
Yeah, Hook going to connect there as well. Flame Chompers to layer that CC. Polymorph going to come through as he flashes over the wall, but Gumayusi follows him, gets the heal. Rocket not going to connect there, as now it's Gumayusi in trouble. It's just going to get eliminated as Knight turns up in the nick of time. Ruler's going to get kidnapped, though Faker picks up the kill, and T1 answers 1-for-1 with a Drake on top for T1.
a lot, although...
Missing got 6 now.
Yeah, Dink 6 off of the wave in mid.
Still looking for an option to come on in here as the snip comes down from Zeus, but in goes Kanavi. Faker is going to go all out on top of him though, as he's just fighting this 1v1 isolated. He steals it away, and the Kasante is dead as well. Knockups everywhere. 369 doing everything that he wants in this moment, and Zeus finds the kill in the end, looks to try and get out. I have no idea. He's just trying to get some shellfish here in the river, but it is dangerous. Knight going to move in. The bear comes down. The Gwen just dashes out of the way, puts up the mist, but is it going to be enough? As Zeus is going to get knocked up into the air, not immune enough. And now Faker's going to come in, look to see what he can get done here as the flash forward. Hook is going to connect as well, as Kanavi will be taken down in trade. Top laner for jungler for now. And T1, they do manage to answer.
Saw him go for Leandry's last time when there was multiple frontliners. This time, there's a lot more squishy members, so 5-pen passive.
Oh, missing, not going to get hit by that one, but the ulti's going to be there.
Nice.
Super Mega Death Rocket is exactly that, and Gumayusi says, thank you so much, gets a bit excited while he missing in that brush. Knight off to the side, does have Tibbers at the ready. Teleport to get into the back of this pit. Faker is going to turn up now as Owner just walks over, presses the smite button. Faker now looking to try and get out of here. He should be able to do so, or maybe he doesn't have to because he's so tanky. Zappy's going to connect onto Kanavi as they're just having a battle 1v1 in this Baron pit. 369 wanting to escape. There's the knockback from Faker. Double knockup to come forward on the wombo combo. Will connect. The Kha'Zix's going to go down. Carrier will follow Faker. Takes missing out of the fight, but now it's Ruler he has to contend with. And Ruler should be able to land a couple of autos. Gets the double kill. And JDG win again. I'm looking pretty happy with how this whole situation has gone. Of course, his entire career as a coach has had Faker.
If Zeus ever gets on top of Ruler, even with a Lulu, he might be in deep trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of deep trouble, this turret is in exactly that. Is now Kanavi off to the side, possibly going to get caught out. Avoids the zap, but like you say, Knight is looming off to the backside. The dredge line not going to connect. He throws down the bear, but it's not exactly onto the priority target, and the Flame Chompers are going to catch him. Knight will fall to the Super Mega Death Rocket, but Tibbers will get very, very mad. Can Ruler find this teamfight is the question, but he can't really get too many of these autos as Faker is dashing absolutely everywhere. Finds the knockback with the Q, and Gumayusi will take down Kanavi. There is one kill there for missing, but Ruler sidestepping. He wants to, but it's going to be the shutdown, and Gumayusi will find it in the team fight. JDG able to sidestep it. Now Carrier is the one looming in the fog of war.
Remember, there's no flash on Guma now, and Knight has his flash back, so...
Well, Hex Flash going to come forward. He finds Knight in the backline, gets the knock-up onto Ruler, but Ruler is going to be safe for now. The Ram is going to come down. Kanavi gets into that backline as Gumayusi is just trying to kill him. He does manage to take him down, and it's a double for the Jinx. The Zap's going to make it a triple, and T1, they wipe them again, and is it just over?
I don't think they can end this time. We'll see. They're going to be going mid. It's not double marksman, so it could be tough here, but at the very least, they will get the inhibitor. And the CC chain on Knight was so critical. Knight used his flash, didn't even get his Timbers off there as T100 is 0, and I think it's over. It's over.
Again, Carrier finds an engage, and it goes from team fight victory to destroyed Nexus. 2 games in a row. Faker is going to execute himself to the turret, but he's not needed for the Nexus damage. And once again, this time about 30 seconds earlier, it's team fight and done.
I'm speechless. This is a T1 that as good as
someone to go in with Faker, or Faker will just be on this one.
What do you mean?
It's the carrier Kench.
Why are you laughing at me? That's what a missile dive is for.
It's a different beast. You're right.
I love the team fighting core from JDG, and I think they have exactly the same setup, although even stronger now added with the Rakan, that T1 was unable to get anything done with.
So much XP. Faker is clearly trying to shove mid. Kanavi's going to come through, and they're going to try to look for Faker.
Well, Faker could be in a little bit of trouble here as he does have the passive, puts it down on Ignite, but not going to have much more afterwards at level 1 as Faker is going to try and get over towards Ona. Into the brush they go as First Blood goes to Knight, and Ona just needs to get over this wall. He's going to get stunned up, and it's a repeat of game number 1. No, it's not. Ona gets himself
down. Owner, get him down on camps, although, hold up.
All right, here's that engage that we were talking about before as Ayla's Knight looks to try and answer one back on Ona, but not this time. And it's 1-1.
That is huge.
The in the last game for the first time in the series. Going to go over to T1, and Infernal will be the next. Just grab the eye and they'll walk away.
And even without the Devour available from Carrier, there was no opportunity. It's 369.
Yeah, he is going to flash in. Doesn't manage to get the body slam onto both of them, but it's still going to be fine. The Jinx is taken down, and Carrier just going to vacate the area. Yeah, 369, actually, I think he's been unseen getting into this brush here. This cast could be absolutely massive as the Drake is going down low. JDG biding their time. Kanavi gets himself in there. Huge ult to come through, and once again, they just eviscerate the Kindred. And Zeus is going to go down as well. It's a double for Kanavi as now Ruler taking matters into his own hands, but no. They are going to back away towards this Drake and even up that Dragon counter.
And we highlighted the potential. Almost impossible to play into as Carrier.
Yeah, once again, just going to be going aggressive, but not going to be able to find the knockup onto Missing. Ruler could be in trouble here as the Tongue Lash will connect. Zap going to come down as well. As Zeus is just barreling towards the turret. Ruler manages to flash to try and get out of the way, but it's not going to be enough. Gumayusi, he gets excited, and he deserves to as well. As now 369 wants to try and clean up. Gumayusi does have the flash, doesn't need to use it.
Try to mark.
Yeah, and it's actually Zeus thinking that he's unseen. Moves towards the back of this pit. 369 still not seen by them. As Kanavi looks for it once again. This time, Lamb's Respite very, very early. The Devour comes through as well as Gumayusi is kept alive with that huge shield as well. But Ona once again falls down. Massive damage with the rocket. Guma gets excited yet again, but it's a huge bear that he has to deal with. And Carrier's now lumbering out. He's not going to be able to get there. Ruler delivered yet another kill as he collects the catfish. See what they're going to be able to find here as the decoy is going to get collected by the dredge line, and Faker is not going to be high value, but a teleport is still going to come through. Could be another 5v5. Hook connects onto Ruler, and they get into the back line immediately. The Aphelios is taken down. How did they manage to find the angle? Missing's going to be taken down. It's a decent cast, but there is no follow-up damage anymore. And Kanavi, can he do it? Oh my God, JDG, what are they doing? How are they finding these moments? It's Gumayusi that falls down, and T1 are routed.
And by the end of it, even though they get Ruler, it costs them everything.
The turret is going to fall down, and now JDG with Tibbers in. Them honest, forcing them to win team fights in order to win the game instead of taking Baron. And 369 is just taking.
You're playing the side lanes way more heavily than T1 in this game, and that's kind of why they're opening up these gold leads. You know, you look at the itemization between 5, they've got to be so clean on their engage. They have to attack one side of the flank from JDG.
Well, there's the flash. Tibbers comes down yet again, but this time he manages to get off the Lamb's Respite. The charm is fantastic, though. They take down the Rakan, but there goes the Kindred as well. Double kill for Knight as now Carrier trying to save Gumayusi, and he does. As Faker is now just keeping everyone frustrated.
Maker finds the multi-man Tibbers. Despite Owner living to actually get off into Soul Point, they will collect some of these tier 2s. T1 is trying to trade back top, but they're losing tier 2 bot, they're losing tier 2 mid, and JDG are on the march. These minions are synced up. They're going to be crashing at the same time in 2 lanes.
Yeah, this is taking Dragon and 2 inner turrets in trade.
You're down in gold. You cannot afford to go defensive. You've got to just maximize your damage. You've got to be able to try to find a pick, and it's Faker.
Speaking of picks, yeah, Faker in a whole lot of trouble. Carrier going to have to use his Devour on the Nautilus. He just gets thrown around, flashes away. The Abyssal Dive's going to get Carrier out of there, but Faker is well and truly down, and JDG will just turn it immediately into this inner turret and maybe this inhibitor as well.
And they're going to lose bot tower. This is incredibly low already, so 369 will be stepping forward as they show 4 top. JDG are closing in multiple angles, Missing, threatening the dive, so T1 will have to back it up. They will have to defend at the Nexus here as they lose double inhibitors off a beautiful pick from JDG.
And all with 369, as you were saying, just destroying this bottom side. So that is another minion wave conga lining.
Knight are just shoving the bow, or Knight is teleport as well.
And Kanavi, oh, he's gonna find Gumayushi! He's gonna have to go into his stopwatch, and now Zeus finds an ultimate, but these Nexus turrets are going down, and the Jinx is as well! This game, ladies and gentlemen, I think is just over in this moment. We're not gonna get another team fight because JDG will deny it, and they will bring us to game number 5.
JDG find the pick. They dismantle T1 in game number 4 here. They are charging the Nexus, and we are gonna get it.
It's Silver Scrapes again. This is what we do here. We bring 5 games of League of Legends as JDG looking to grab a few kills here towards the Nexus. Owner and Faker just lurking on their fountain, watching as things go on. Owner is going to be able to get that ult off, but it's not going to matter because this Nexus, after they get a couple of kills, will go down and JDG stay alive in the series.
And yeah, give us that zoom in on Kanavi because
To the Nautilus, there's great ults to steal from the Nautilus as well as from the Maokai. Those are 2 of the really premier ones that you can dig away. I love this pick. Also pairs really well with the Sejuani. It's a double melee pairing. So there's lots of ganking options here now for Kanavi. I think it's a really intelligent grab.
not only that, but one of the biggest powers.
As you can see, Zeus now dealing with a bunch of minions and 369, losing out on that trade as Faker engaged upon once again. Permafrost is fantastic, and Knight steals away an ult he doesn't even need to use for first blood.
Nicely done, Kanavi.
For the earlier summoner that he blown as
Yeah, Faker still has his depth charge available, but no flash. Cannot get over that wall, so it's just going to be a Drake take.
He's afraid of risk. You know, we saw in that first game where they got the team fight win. They go towards the Nexus. That was really close. Zoner's flashing the wall. They want this.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp going to come through. The flash has already come down, and in he goes with the Twisted Advance. Nowhere for 369 to go on this one, and Zeus going to grab the first kill for T1.
really big moment here of this Gwen.
Sapling, and it looks like T1, they want none of it. They've lost control of the area, and they will just give it up.
But it's 369 the TP down. Zeus.
Yeah, you can see Zeus trying to mark this Gragas. His potential location in this fight. Faker is going to go in. That is going to be Knight stunned up for the moment. Missing. Could be in trouble. Nature's Grasp not going to find too much value. And now the re-engage is going to come forward. It's a huge knockback on Gumayushi, who stays alive for so long. Not sure how that happened, but now it's Ruler that is just free hitting. Zeus is massive in this fight. That's true. Faker somehow manages to curve the anchor. And it's a double kill now for Zeus, but the re-engage is gigantic. And with Ruler and his auto attacks, it's JDG that win the fight.
Out. Knight was on that TP. If they can actually crack the turret, they could go over. Instead, it is JDG actually just starting up this dragon here, and Ruler has all his subs. Didn't have to use his flash on the last fight.
Vision going to be available here as T1 look to move in. There's the hook. It's going to connect. They look to just take one out of the fight immediately. Moonlight Vigil is going to do that as Ruler standing in relative safety for now, but they're not getting too much back. It's a fantastic ulti from 369, but can they actually get anything? Another hook is going to come through, but 369 gets himself out. Faker in a bunch of trouble as Zeus trying to help him, and Ruler is going to get excited. They managed to take down the Drake, and Owner, can you get over the wall? He doesn't have his flash available for now, and I think he's just dead. T1 going to have to give them the tree as they get themselves out.
And I don't think you take that trade.
His favorite item in the game, just loves building it no matter what anyone tells him ever. He will always build that item. The added poke is so valuable for a lot of these players.
Here on the Gwen, they're the ones threatening.
They're looking for it as Owner. He's so incredibly low. Nature's Grasp now picked up by Knight. Really is now picked up, and they will be able to claim this outer turret in the mid lane. Full information on the time. It's a 50-50 pretty truly as T1 are now looking to try and find the turn. The hook is going to connect onto the jungler as now missing with the quickness, but he's just going to die. Zeus diving into that backline. Missing's going to go down, and Gumayushi is just gigantic. He goes golden, and now Kanavi is no damage to offer back. It's another team fight. The T1 win at 24.5 minutes. Why does this keep happening?
T1 are just pushing through.
And T1 Baron, it wasn't about the Baron, it was just about finding the one angle that allowed them to...
On to Ruler. They found the pick. But look at the pip back in live. It's JDG who are onto the dragon here. They're going to move to Soul Point.
They will be able to pick that one up. T1
him out.
Absolutely. And at that point, you're going to be needing to work towards something like a really start to get more difficult. Look at 369, though. He is threatening over the wall here. I think they're just going to give up the tier 1. It is a big...
Here on this bottom side, 3.5 thousand gold. It's going to be that Rebel Baron power play.
This lead, they have been heavily forcing here. 369 in trouble.
So much trouble as there's the depth charge. You got Polymorph not able to get himself out of the way. It's going to be an inner turret alongside a Gragas. T1 grabbed that one. Knight is teleported in, though, gets a massive amount of knockups as the Glacial Prison comes down. Owner is just buying so much space, though. What is that blast cone? Knocks everyone around, and Owner is going to be taken out. Faker finds the hook. Ruler is now able to free hit, though. Oh, that's 2 autos on Naguma, and he's triangle of control wards as 369 is going to get spotted on that flank. T1 here at the Dragon, should be a 50-50, but missing. He's gonna walk over that control ward. They know exactly where he is. Gets himself past. Soul is going to be denied here, but now Owner is in trouble. Down to 50% health. They dive on top of the Rakan. He's now trying to play safe, but it's Owner that falls down. Zaze gets into the backline, though, as Kanavi is out of this fight. Knight has to go golden. And now it's just
a start here from JDG. T1 have 4 members here. Owner's respawning in 5.
Well, Hook is going to land here as Faker just says, we're going in. Moonlight Vigil is kind of massive, but Ruler's going to take down Faker. Zeus is huge, but he's dead. And it's a double kill for the Jinx.
And
T1 just give them a Baron.
Why did T1 take that fight? It's a 4v5. You have full information. Faker hooks in, gives over 2 free kills. JDG available. You look over on the other side, some of the luxury items coming through. The Maw is now done for Ruler. Gets through. And still having that flash available. So JDG trying to take all these tier 2s off the map, trying to extend
the vision in the right areas. Who is spotting the flanks? And right now, it is T1 trying to get into position. Zeus could be the difference maker, but JDG could just run down the front door. Okay, Zeus, can you make it happen? He's biding his time, as now Ruler has to deal with him. Owner gets into the backline, but Ruler flashes. Oh my God, he gets excited, and Gwen is not immune today. It's a double kill for Ruler, and I don't know what the option is going to be here for T1.
They're going to TP back in. They're basing. They're going to use double TPs here. JDG are pushing for the win here.
At 35 minutes, I think they may have done it off the back of Ruler just keeping cool. He held the flash after the last team fight, and now they're going to break down the Nexus turrets, and JDG will be waiting to see whether they get a rematch in the final of MSI 2023.
And as T1 falls to the lower bracket, JDG guarantees themselves the highest finish. They will be waiting in that grand final.
What a series between...